what he does here on Upward, which can be fun for snipers. A lot of long sight lines.
Well, I think he's got Tech beat. He definitely had him beat last map. Tech perhaps not showing that wondrous attitude that he did last time they played this. So, but I mean, if he brings it out again, FaZe is just going to get destroyed. I mean, if Tech can destroy Max, Tech can destroy FaZe.
Absolutely true. In our conversation about snipers earlier, I forgot to mention Paragon, who of course is an amazing platinum sniper. And I got a lot of
He hasn't even been playing though, has he?
No, but for last season.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about snipers that can go up against Max, and definitely Paragon one of those.
Yeah, I think last season it would have been what Paragon and FaZe then in that case. I don't follow American Highlander too closely, but those sort of like the top three maybe.
Yeah, pretty much. Marissa, like as you said, is a lot of hit or miss games, but when she's on, she's on.
Okay.
And also Mouse, and also oh man, it's so hard. It's so hard to say.
Yeah, but Mouse has taken a step back though now, hasn't he? He's not.
Yes.
He's not playing for PsyOps, which of course is the old BPM.
Yes, you are correct. So, I mean, but he's still alive. So, oh, I'm just kidding.
Well, hopefully.
Well, yeah, but yeah. So anyway, I mean, that's why Highlander's so great, because there's so many teams and so many players that you can have these conversations about, and of course there are amazing snipers in gold who are just on gold teams. But so a lot of stuff, a lot of fun stuff.
Some amazing snipers over in Europe as well. Let's not forget.
No, of course.
No, there is. Straight up, there is.
Well, then, why don't you have your own Invitational Highlander Cup, and we'll
We don't
see
need
them.
it. We've got ETF12. We don't need rubbish for this. For this.
Rubbish.
We don't need it.
Let's talk
plenty of good
spies.
games.
Let's talk spies.
Let's
Rainy.
talk spies. Do I have to?
Oh, Rainy has
spies.
been going awesome. Deer's been going awesome. I have to lock the cat out of the room. I'll be right back.
Well, I'll continue talking about spies. I actually hate the class. As a medic main myself, they are the bane of my existence, especially as I generally forget to turn around. But Rainy's been doing some good work. As has Deer, but I think probably the best spy I've seen so far, who's been getting the right picks at the right time, was probably Akuma actually for Gentleman's Club. I think he's just sort of edged out these two. Sort of the best spy in the Invitational.
I would think about it, but Rainy has been really bringing this game, and I think he's one of those. I'm going to keep saying like unsung heroes, but he's been doing a lot of work that may not necessarily be seen as a traditional spy's role. So,
I think getting onto your favorite subject, I think another unsung hero would probably be Evil. He's been doing a lot of work for his team, in every map that we've seen him. So,
I am so ashamed, but I have not paid any attention to him. I guarantee you this entire match I'm just going to be calling out what the engineers are doing, because I have not been paying attention at all. Because he's just... Alright, I promise not to. But after Valen went down, these engineers are kind of lesser known. And I'm telling you, like, Evil, yeah, just kind of made an appearance this season in Platinum and just been taking it by storm. So we'll definitely see if he brings anything interesting and new here on Upward.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to be happening. I want to watch Satan as well. I think Satan could do really, really good work here. Of the Pyros, he's probably the best I've seen today. I would say that. I mean, not taking anything away from Tryhard Johnny, he's been doing fantastic work as well.
Yeah,
and obviously you've got other Pyros like Cygnus as well, who've been doing. Satan, I think, has got everyone beat.
I don't know. Johnny took 2 teams to the grand finals.
That's true. That's true.
Looks like we have everybody in the server, so they're probably just going over some final strats, but shouldn't be anything too new. Upward, one of those maps that's played pretty consistently, although I think last year was only in the playoffs that it was played, or last season on UGC. But anyway, should be going live shortly. Again, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your distant cousins and people you barely talk to that we are going live right now with the grand finals. For those of you just joining us, I am Kip here with Ryushi, and it is Electric Temptations versus Dead Rigger Storage in the grand finals. Number 2 seed versus number 6 seed. Definitely didn't think it'd come down to DRS in the finals, but Mustard Overlord's team has definitely brought it and has been consistently surprising.
Absolutely. Frankly, that's the only thing keeping me awake right now, is the fact that I want to see what DRS can do. I mean, this is their map. This is the one that they chose. This is one they beat Gentleman's Club on, the top seed, the one that everyone tipped to win the next season. star-studded roster, the new heroes of Plat by Dead Ringer Storage, and on this map as well. So I'm excited. I think this is going to be fantastic. I wish we had some more viewers because I want everyone to see this. This is going to be really, really good.
Yeah, dropping below 700, that makes me sad, but I'm assuming everybody has lots of scrims and stuff like that. So we do appreciate all the viewers who are with us now. 10 seconds to go, looking for the Dead Ringer Storage. Defense looks pretty standard in terms of Sentry Gun, in terms of Teleporter and Dispenser, and we'll see if anything surprising comes out of this ET team.
I don't know, I think this is going to be pretty fun. Obviously, they keep medic inside, that just puts them down. It's not very standard.
I hate to interrupt with your robot voice, so maybe try to introduce a slide or a ping spike or something. So I'll try to help you out or talk until you. Mustard Overlord being taken out by Deeper from behind, so no Mustard Overlord for this push or I mean in this defense, but he'll be back in there. Yeah, he'll do.
The switch one.
Oh, ready?
Everything is lagging. Hang on, guys, we'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, hi. Dash is in the other one, hang on. I'll switch.
If it goes again, go to this level server.
It seems to be alright so far. Are we still live, Dash? Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. We had terrible trouble with our Mumble channel, but we seem to be alright right now, and we're going to be back into this game, which at the moment is 1 point for the Electric Temptations, 2:17 on the time. And they are just going to be pushing into this second point right now. They've got a couple of players down. Jake and Tick are going to be down, so they're aggressive heavy as well. Killamall's going to be forcing the red team back while they cap this. Well, the rest of his team cap the second point. So some Bays as well going huge, getting on a he's on a 5k at the moment. And are they paused or am I crashing?
I think they're paused. Yes.
Excellent.
Right, that gives us a chance to catch our breath and figure out what happened. I was trying to watch while things were going on, and it looked like it was a nice hold right there for ET on first. But once DRS captured the point, they're able to quickly get through the tunnel and put pressure on the second point, in which we saw they just capped 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Not too bad, but if they want to put up a really strong time, they're going to have to get their butts on the cart and really push forward and be aggressive here. Because 3:49, not too bad, but you're looking right there at about like 8-9 minute time if you're going on that average, I would say. Yes?
Yes.
Alright.
I wasn't listening.
Okay, well then I'll keep talking about, hey, oh, the sentry gun placement, really interesting. Down the stairs of the first spawn, and looks like it's being repaired long range by Skag, so really interesting. Oh, Sapper goes on it, he's not able to do anything from a distance, and it will go down. I don't know about that position, because now he's going to be scrambling to get something up at third. But his team has a pretty good...
Well, I suspect he was hoping to rescue Ranger it, but of course that Sapper really stops that from happening. They can keep pushing as well. This is good. I mean, the skating players are all there, but they might get caught out here.
Blue Uber being popped. Red is going to pop their Uber in retaliation a little bit afterwards, so they will have a little bit more Uber, and Mustard Overlord is going to try to take as much advantage of that as possible, but not pushing up too far. But it looks like both meds did survive that, so we will have equal Ubers as well. Or equal Ubers as the cart is being pushed up the ramp with just a ×1, and I think they should probably put a little bit more pressure on the cart, especially with a team like DRS on defense first.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sorry, it's almost 4 AM here for me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh blimey! Right, okay, right. Let's get my head in the game. Sorry, the pause is throwing me a little bit, but I'm just watching Tech's point of view right now, finding that head of Zex, and I mean there is a huge disadvantage for 404, so they want to be getting aggressive. They do actually pick up Mustard Overlord as well, kill him all with a nice play onto him. So with that, although there is an Uber coming out of K-Blair, with their main caller down, it might be very hard for them to coordinate themselves enough. Actually, you know, use it and do it properly.
Yeah, Mustard Overlord went down. I think he lagged out there for a second, so that might have been the reason we had this pause. But the Uber is popped on Jake, who's trying to clear out the corner right there and does take down Zex and kill them all. And will do a good job stopping the aggression and the push right there for the time being. Give a little bit of breathing room for Mustard Overlord to get back up here and get some sticks in important chokes right there, right outside the former red spawn. Looks like 4-4 went down in that, or popped his... I think he went down right there, so K-Blair has a little bit of Uber advantage, but not enough to be significant. But Red doing a good job holding this point, and a level 3 sentry gun is up already, so Skag doing a good job wrangling that and just pointing it towards the cart, which is going to be... which is just so powerful. Just... Oh, but he gets backstabbed by Steer, who gets a sap on the sentry gun as well. Just perfect execution right there from the Spy. And because that sentry gun isn't just spamming the cart, it does go down, and the point is captured.
I think a horn did actually get popped off there by Tick. I'm not quite sure which one it was, but it kept his medic and heavy alive. So, good play by him. And they're just going to be... They're going to give up the hill, and they're going to back up, but... Oh, wow.
Rainy taking down 4-4. Oh, backstab forces the Uber drop. K-Blair now has this 100%, and they can do whatever they want with it, and possibly pop in there? I don't know.
I mean, do they want to get aggressive, or do they just want to sit back and just, you know, extend their time?
You know what, I can see them being aggressive because it's only 6 minutes and 26 seconds right here. Blue is all bunched up as well. If they can get an Uber pop off with Mustard Overlord and some well-placed stickies, they could potentially wipe this team, because if you look at this positioning by ET, it's not the greatest.
True.
We'll see. We'll see. It looks like they...
bunched up.
Too bad it's not crits. Too bad K-Blair doesn't have a crits. This is when you really want crits here on last upward. But it is an Uber. They are just going to hold this, probably the smart, safer move. Just going to hold upstairs right there.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've got like 40 seconds while 404 builds his Uber, and then they can pretty much just sit here for ages, especially as 404 pops it really early, and now the Pyro can just deny it completely. Look at that. Just absolutely destroying everything there. Completely denying everything, and now a lot of players might even go out because there's going to be a conched Solly coming in from behind. It's going to be Tick. He doesn't manage to find anything, but he does a lot of damage to the blue team, and they're going to have to back up here, surely. Pick up Mustard Overlord somehow. Was he overextending? He must have been.
I think he got a little too aggressive with that conch. He was picked off actually by Evil right there, so NG going big. Only 4 up right now for DRS, but and their position is not great. Heavy medic having to retreat nowhere near the cart right now. There is a level 3 sentry gun, so Skag saving his team for a bit. In comes huge bomb by Tix, who does defend the cart and doing a nice job. So a little bit of breathing room right here for DRS. About 70% Uber, but Cabler needs to be healing, and he is not. Finally getting on his med, or finally getting on a player and connecting with his heavy to get those overheals as well.
Yeah, I've just noticed this teleporter that goes from like from just outside spawn to up on the balcony. That's interesting use for it there, but the blue Uber does get popped out and it does get immediately countered, but they do. Oh, Jake gets blasted off by Satan. Excellent play by him right there, and FaZe picking up tech as well. This could be the push that they need with no heavy to defend, and if 38 special gets must overlord as well with tick down. There's no damage classes. All they've got left is this sentry, and it's taken a lot of damage from the soldier of
that is Zex right there, who is just sparing it, but it did get a few shots off right there, and we do have Satan, that's Johnny, who's doing a good job protecting the cart, but he does finally go down. There's nobody out for DRS, only 2 people.
Not gonna get anything done. Got arrowed, in fact, sorry. I just saw him just coming up.
Still, 5 minutes and 41 seconds.
That is 1 second slower than what Gentleman's Club did. They got a time of 9 minutes and 40 pushing against Dead Ringer Storage.
Which Dead Ringer Storage was able to beat. So
this is I think only a best of 1.
Yes, it is.
Hildreth, talk to me. Doge.
It is the best of 1.
Best of 1.
So yeah, it's all in this push. If they can hold it for 9 minutes and 41 seconds.
It's ridiculous. This is exactly the position where DRS shines best. They could not have asked for anything better, because this is where they've been consistently today, and they have just consistently brought out the victories. I'm putting most of my money here on DRS. I don't know. What do you think?
I think the Temptations can do it, you know? Fantastic name. I love saying the words Electric Temptations. Better than Dead Ringer Storage.
It rolls off the tongue. And you know what? I'm thinking we could see something out of Evil. Engineer here on Upward can be one of those huge forces. We saw Skag going big on the defense. So far, pretty much normal setup out of ET here on defense.
Well, nothing special happening at the moment, just the aggression coming out of the attacking classes, but Tick's going to be going down there. Evil does actually get backstabbed by Rainy, and Rainy drops 404 as well.
Whoa.
That is the perfect 2 picks that he could have possibly got. Sapping the sentry. I take it all back. Electric Temptations, what have you done? You've thrown away this first point so easily.
Oh my goodness, definitely not what they need. They need to put a stronghold. Surfboard Lagoon, that is Deer coming in, did get a pick on the cart, but not going to be enough to save him. Cabler is still in spawn. Great idea right there. As there's still, well, actually, no, he just came out of spawn, but he was hiding. And that will be the first point in not a whole lot of time. So DRS, like I said, doing what they do best and just absolutely bringing it. And just need to be sure to keep times 3 on the cart, keep that momentum going, and be aggressive with those classes that are aggressive. Put out that high damage. Definitely push forward with Mustard. Gotta push forward with Mustard.
It's worked so far. Worked well so far for him. So it's going. I'm going to be watching Rainy coming in again, but no, he gets caught out this time. Not going to be dropping 404 again. Although 404 doesn't even have an Uber, so he has to be pretty depressed about that.
Cabler
I'm depressed for him.
Cabler does pop, and he was full now, which I mean, Johnny has great power, but definitely not the fast you wanted right there. You need Mustard to really put the spam out to coming from underneath the tunnel. So force right there, I think it was by a soldier, Zex right there, so a nice move to get in there in the tunnel.
Well, I mean, it's given his team that Uber advantage again, and it's 8 minutes just sort of left on the clock here right now, so it's good. It's saved a bit of time, and it has saved his team a lot. But now Blue are coming in, they're all rushing over the top. They might catch out the heavy here of Kill 'Em All. No, he does manage to link up with his medic now and retreat. But especially in fact, the Uber does in fact get popped out of here. They really want to get aggressive. They need to find Cabler. If they don't find Cabler, this could be a lost point here. But there's going to be a scout coming in, and he's going to try and see what he can find. Jordan not going to be able to get the pick onto Cabler, but 38 special with the pipes. Cabler going to be going down.
Cabler run in that direction. Oh my goodness, he needed to retreat further because Red was pushed up so aggressively onto the cliff. He ran right into a pill from 38 Special, and that's bad news right there for DRS, as this cart is kind of stagnated in a tunnel right there. They will get the Spy and Pyro on there just to get some time, prevent it from rolling back. But really, they needed that Uber out of Cabler to push in and get the second point in a good time. Right now,
it's going well for them so far.
For who?
The Electric Temptations. I say that,
yes,
and Kill 'Em All gets killed by a backstab.
Ooh, that's going to be huge. Kill 'Em All has just been such a staple on this team, just doing tons of cleanup damage. They also lose Zex. Jordan goes down as well, so player advantage out of DRS right now. The Uber, though, does get popped. 4-4 barely getting it and popping it. Mustard Overlord is going to get in there, put down a bunch of stickies, and try to catch out 4-4, but 4-4 does get away alive. Cabler, meanwhile, has this Uber ready to go, and that cart will be capped onto the second point. 6 minutes and 15 seconds about left.
Yeah, I mean, third point is traditionally a very hard point to push if you can get that good hold on it. So, this could be good for them. I mean, there's no sentry up, there's no level 3. There is only a level 1 at the moment. And Evil has got, like, he's put it really far forward. Although there's going to be a spy coming in of Rainy. He doesn't get Uber Sword, but he was really, really close. And I think, yeah, 4-4 is going to be able to escape with 60% here. Although he's getting chased really strongly by Mustard Overlord, but Mustard does down. And now Red able to rebuild that sentry and try and, like, well, using all that metal that's on the floor, he can pretty much get himself a level 3 really easily here while Red respawns.
Yeah, I don't know about, well, he's got to do it right there. He's got to defend this point for 5.5 minutes and, or defend this entire thing for 5.5 minutes. Absolutely essential. Right now, it looks like DRS is ×5 on the card, and that's not smart. They need to spread out a little bit more. In comes the Uber from a Red, and that's why you spread out. Third Day Special putting down a bunch of sticks. So far, it doesn't look like they really able to catch out anybody with that. Mustard Overlord had gone down before. Rainy does get picked up, but it's picked off by Zex, so trying to come in from behind, not able to do so.
Yeah, Jake does actually get backstabbed there, so that's going to halt any push that they really wanted to do, because with Mustard Overlord and Jake down, although I think Mustard Overlord has respawned now, it's going to be tough for them to push in. That sentry, I think it went down again. So, unlucky for Evil there. He's getting harshly punished for his sentry positions.
Yeah, Tix is on that direct hit, so that might have something to do with it. Certainly a direct hit. Engineer's bane of existence. Looks like Evil does have a level 1 up, but is taking a lot of damage from, what else? The direct hit.
Oh wow, 4-4 got headshot there by Tech. Nice. But Jordan countered very, very quickly with the Cabler kill, so Uber's basically get reset, but with Cabler should have a slight advantage, because of course he's on the attacking side and he does get those better spawns. There is now only 4 minutes and 10 seconds left on this time, so no, they're holding on. They're clinging to this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Both teams, really.
Yeah, both teams are really in this. Of course, so tired after an entire day of playing TF2, competitively, of course, not just pubbing or whatever. They're so mentally exhausted at this point. We'll see as looks like DRS is getting their stuff together, putting forward a nice push right here. Kev did go down to the cart to a headshot from FaZe, so FaZe takes out that pressure. In comes Red Soldier. Zex trying to take down Cabler, who goes to 18 health, but stays alive, and that is huge. So it's going to mean he's going to have an Uber ready to push into last very soon. They need to get ×3 on the cart at all times right now, but look like their scout abandoned it. No, Kev, get back on the cart. And there he will go.
That's 3.5 minutes basically to defend this last point, and there is a level 2 set up on last, and Red have got a really good position there. They've got that Uber, so this is still anyone's game right now.
Oh my God, Steer just barely whiffing a stab on Cabler. If he had gotten that, that would be huge, but he did not. Oh man, what if is the question he's going to be asking himself forever if ET doesn't take this. The blue Uber is popped. There's a ton of stickies going through the upper area, so they do pop it. Mustard Overlord trying to get that sentry gun down, but it stays alive. Rainy coming in there uncloaked and not able to get the sap there, wondering what he's doing. Probably just a mental misstep, because he just ran fully uncloaked at a level 3 sentry gun.
Yeah, kind of strange push there. The combos sort of fought each other, and the flanks just went in and died to the sentry for dead ringer storage, and now with only 2 minutes left on the clock, this is getting very, very tight for them. They need to be thinking about, they need to put a concentrated push together and really try and make sure that they get those big players like Kill 'Em All, like 38 Special, and Satan as well. Satan could do a lot of work here on defending that cart, and especially working around the hole.
Tix took down that sentry gun. He from far range. Now he's going to jump in on it. It's back to level 1. Ubers are exchanged on the cart. Spy getting a little of that Uber from Red, but DRS actually drops down, not able to put the pressure on that they need. They're underneath right now. We'll see if they can revamp or regroup from that, because they do have the player advantage, as there's only 4 up right now for ET. There's level 1 sentry gun. Oh, goes down. Mustered over again. Those stickies in. Right now, DRS is in their zone. This is where they thrive. Only a minute, 25 seconds left, and everybody's on the cart. Oh, here comes Pyro trying to make it happen, but no, not able to do so, and DRS is the champions of teamfortress.tv Highlander Invitational Cup. Congratulations, Dead Ringer Storage.
Yeah, absolutely. That means, of course, that they are the winners of not a lot. This is just purely for pride and getting that sponsorship money. So, guys, you know, you've watched it, you've enjoyed it. I've watched it, I've enjoyed it. I'm not going to donate because I already have, but you guys can still donate. Please do. No, these UGC teams, I mean, we've seen a 6th seed win this whole thing, you know, beating out teams that on paper were a lot better than them. See anything else like that again, just keep watching UGC and donate to them.
Yeah, absolutely amazing plays out of DRS. But you know what? We saw some great stuff from every single team in this tournament. Thanks so much for watching. I posted the link again there for donations. We got about $200, a little bit over $200 today, which is not as much as we need. So if you guys go ahead, check your finances, come back tomorrow, donate a little bit more, and we would greatly appreciate it. Remember, everything goes to the players who've been entertaining you for the past 6 hours.
Really? It's been that long?
I think so.
Can I sleep now?
All right,
6.5. Our final goodbyes. MVP of the day?
Mustard Overlord, leading his team to victory.
Yeah,
gotta
hand it. Gotta hand it to Mustard. Put together a standout team, and I wish him the best of luck in the UGC season. First of all, we're going to real quick thank everybody who made this possible. Hildreth and Enigma, who organized this. Definitely check out teamfortress.tv for all of your Team Fortress needs. Enigma in charge of that, of course. Hildreth, an amazing supporter of Highlander. Want to thank Tragic for sponsoring the servers today. Is tragicservers.com. Definitely head out there if you want to get a discount on your server needs. Also, who else? Everyone, Dash on camera, who's stuck with us this entire time. Thank you so much. And hey, shout out to Ryushi, who has stayed up to the wee hours of the morning to help me through this day. Do we want to do interviews? I can do interviews. Ryushi, you can go ahead and go to sleep.
That would be wonderful. But I think I better stay. I've started this. Let's finish it. Come on. Let's get some interviews in.
All right. Mustard Overlord, if you're out there, we're calling for you. I think Mustard and Rainy would be some good interviews if they are available. I think Rainy was in chat before, so I think he may have spoiled the outcome too a little bit.
What? Where?
In chat, about a minute.
Well, we'll do some interviews, Kip and Ryushi, and Dash. If it's not, don't make it too long because you guys have been going for a long time. But I did want to say thank you to all of the players for making an effort to come. Even some of them actually put out half of their roster, like Murder Force 9000 did actually put out quite a lot of subs on, and some of the other teams as well had quite a few ringers, but they all managed to come out for this event, all of the 8 of them. And they're only doing it as a fundraiser, they weren't winning any prizes. Well, they might win some prizes. But what can I say? Other than thank you for casting this today, Kip, Ryushi and Dash streaming it. And thank you for Enigma for letting me use Team Fortress TV. And even though you guys have pretty much sung the worst duet I've ever heard in the history of singing,
I need to be jealous.
It was pretty bad. But yeah, thank you for them. Thank you for Tragic for donating the servers. and anyone else that donated. Anyway, we do have some people from DRS joining the Mumble as Jake, aka Sneaky Polar Bear, and Mustard Overlord.
But that's how it was.
If we can drag them in.
Right.
Nobody. Why did no one tell us this?
It was all in there.
Is there any way we can get them into this mumble?
I'm working on it.
All right. Well, we'll use this time to pub some other stuff. Oh, there we go. Mustard Overlord, congratulations.
Thanks, man. I also
Yo.
brought Jake Sneaky.
It's
Oh,
Sorry.
Hail Mustard, the Overlord of North American
Mustard
Highlander.
Underlord.
And therefore World Highlander. Let's be honest here, Hildreth. Like, come on.
Oof.
I just...
All right,
Remains to be seen.
Mustard, I've got to ask, Hildreth, we will mute you. What was the team reaction after you beat GC on Upward?
I mean, honestly, we were still expecting them to make the grand finals, so we're like, any team can kind of win in a best of one, a best of three would prove a little more. But at the same time, like, it just proved that like it could have been very easy for us to like win the second payload round and like it'd be a fluke and then we just lose 2-1. But the fact that we could like keep going, like today, I felt we played really well as a team. But we also like we reached a peak and then we didn't like stop playing there. It's not like we showed like flashes of being good and then we just like completely failed near the end. Like we kept it going in the end stretch and we had a lot of opportunities to throw the game that we didn't take. So I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah.
I'd say definitely after beating GC with the 1 second to finish, that was insane. I remember I was just like trying to buy time by picking up a fist of steel and then running up and stealing the med kit by the cap and just standing on him with the fist of steel so they couldn't cap. And Ruin had to do like 5 stickies and 2 pipes to kill me, and then they jumped on the car.
Yeah, one thing I really want to say is all our games today, with the exception of the Lakeside map that we lost, because we are literally the worst Lakeside team in Highlander. But anyways,
Oh god.
With the exception of that game, which we kind of accepted as a foregone conclusion that we would lose. That was kind of our plan, to win 2-1 because we knew they'd pick Lakeside. But other than that, every game we played today was so close. Like our first game was against Stabby's team where we were down 2-0 and we came back. Then we went to overtime against Psyops. We won 2-1 against GC and then we won 2-1 in the finals. It was just...
I think we casted every single game that you played.
And after every single game, I needed a cold shower because they were absolutely ridiculous.
Well, they were
cool
just as fun to
games.
play, man. Like we really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like
We
were
were
happy
actually-
we did this tournament.
How in your zone did you feel going into Upward on offense? Because like that's where you guys have excelled time again when the ball is just completely in your court and the pressure is on. Were you guys comfortable? You're like, we can do this? Or is it like, oh my god?
Well, we thought that a team of their caliber, or like any top team like this, that 948 was a pretty decent time, like on defense, and that we could easily beat it if we just like we didn't stall out at one point forever. Like we just played our game, we played smart. We didn't get 2 down if we failed like one push. We knew that like in the next one we would get it, and we just kind of kept on our game. Like today was just such a good game for our team. Like not even in terms of DM, but just in terms of like focus. Like everyone was working together, everyone was shooting the same targets, it just felt really good, man.
I mean, normally when I play Highlander, I got Sad Boys on repeat at max volume, but I turned it off so I could hear Deer uncloaking behind me. That was pretty nice. That was useful.
He's
Yeah.
not kidding, by the way.
I'm not joking.
I noticed on Viaduct how you just had this like sixth sense about where he was, but I also noticed you had some interesting roaming heavy rolls. Was that something you had planned out before?
No.
That's just how Sneaky keeps himself from wanting to shoot himself playing as boring a class as heavy. Let's be honest here.
It's pretty fun to roam. That's all I do. Just, going behind people as heavy is pretty entertaining. Especially when you get medic picks and stuff. I remember one time on like Lakeside, I don't know, I saw Satan like flared me and I had 40 HP and he just like left me. Thought I was gonna die or something. But I guess I had a little bit more of a buff than he anticipated because our medic walked out and just like got destroyed from behind. It was uber ended. The class is interesting.
I mean, there are a lot of situations where you can do roaming heavy as long as you have other people who can take the position. And I think we tried to have our scout really like play with us, like whenever we were doing like pushes with Uber advantage. And in that case, the heavy is kind of free to just kind of wait until our Uber is kind of fading and then come in from the side when they're not looking and just clean up. And I think that works really well.
I gotta ask about this choice of steel.
Okay, this was my master stroke, and I did it when we were
Hey,
still.
I suggested this. I take credit, man.
No,
for baiting them into playing Steel because we just.
Yeah, like we actually came up with it when we still assumed that GC would win Lakeside and we would play them. But the situation's equally applicable, which is the only advantage we have going into upper bracket is that we pick the first map. But the thing is, unlike other games today, there are no elims, and we know that so many teams were eliminating Steel. And the main reason for that, it's not that people don't like Steel, I think, or at least not most people. It's that it's a map that not a lot of people have practiced, and until we get to it this week in like the regular season of Highlander, there are a lot of people who haven't even played it yet. Like, think about all the Sixes players who just joined. Maybe some of them have never even set foot on that map, you know? So we figured not only would we have more experience on it because we have a lot of Highlander players, but for those who don't, we could actually, if we decided on Steel right away, use the time during the Lakeside match to go over Steel. So we all got into our server stealthily, offline on Steam so that we couldn't give it away, and we just win on our server and win over the map. Which is pretty funny. The map, we kind of messed up our defense on B and on C a couple times.
I thought we were done there. I didn't think we were going to win Steel.
Yeah.
I was like, oh crap. But I guess, yeah.
Another map that came down to just the last couple seconds, you know?
Well, that would have been lovely to have seen it,
Yeah,
frankly.
sorry about that.
Those sort of last 50 seconds.
I don't remember who changed the map, but I'm going to blame Argo, because it's fun.
Yeah,
Maybe Hildreth. Nah, I think it was Hildreth. He's trying to ruin the tournament. He's mad that my team was in. He didn't want to see you guys seeing me winning.
But yeah, it was the last. Just a quick recap.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened was I'm assuming it probably ended right about as we used the crits onto them. Basically, what happened was we got a bunch of frags, and then the way Steel is the respawns are insane. It's like a 25-second respawn or something when you cap C or when you cap D rather.
Yeah.
And so right as we were, and then what happened was I respawned and killed their soldier and connector, and then was able to get onto E point we had scout. We had basically we had 4 or 5 players on E, and then at that point as their spawn doors closed because D they just I think they spawned and tried to go out the normal way from D. But right when we got the spawn, it closed on them, and they couldn't leave, so they had to go all the way back, and they just couldn't even make it to us.
I was capping D with our medic while the entire rest of our team started capping E, and I was just holding tab, nervous that their team was going to spawn just in time, and they did spawn before we capped D, but the doors closed before they got to them. They were just walking out of spawn and the doors closed. And then from there, all you have to do is get everyone on the point, and just stand there staring at the one tunnel they can come from, and I sticky-ed it up, and it was just great, you know? It was a really fun game. Lakeside, by the way, we just... Ugh.
Yeah. Kind of felt that.
I mean, our strategy on Lakeside was don't take it too seriously, because if we put so much energy on it and still lose, which would probably happen even if we were playing our very best, that might make us lose the last game. So we just didn't take it that seriously. We knew that we had another chance.
All right, well, we are going to wrap it up, but once again, congratulations. Any just real quick shout-outs from Sneaky Polar or Mustard Overlord, champions of the world, as you said?
Some guy in our Mumble wanted me to shout out to him. Can't remember his name. I think he played Spy for. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Axiomatic, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Axiomatic. That was his name. I forgot.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Shout out to my mom also. She's watching this.
Shout out for this tournament, by the way. Real talk.
Yeah.
I mean, the fundraiser was going really well at first, but I guess people just sort of forgot about it. And I mean, in general, Highlander, it doesn't get tons of exposure, and it's really nice to see an event for people to kind of latch onto. And I hope people enjoyed the games that were played today.
Yeah, I know I did.
So someone in chat asking for when the next Invitational Highlander matchup is. So hopefully this will be the start of something beautiful. But thank you guys so much for playing, for putting forth some of the most entertaining games I've seen in a while. But Hildreth is saying you're welcome, and I think that is probably the best you'll get out of him. So we'll wrap it up here. Ryushi, any final thoughts on today?
I am going to sleep now.
All right, sounds fantastic.
Jesus, it's what, 4:18 for you right now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Later for the actual Euros who are chilling in, continental Europe. Yeah.
All right. Well, yes, again, thank you to Ryushi for staying with us, Hildreth as well. Of course, thanks to Dash, who's been on camera all day doing wonderful production. I've been Kip. Thanks for all the watchers. We reached over 1,000 at one point, so that's excellent, excellent work. Thanks to all the support for UGC Platinum Highlander, and we'll see you on Monday when XTV covers Platinum Match of the Week. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a great night.
Peace.
Later.